bedspan, so she don't need no man. Stay far from timid, only make moves when your heart's in it, and live the free sky's the limit. Never been as broke as me. I like that. When I was young, I had 2 pair of leaves. Besides that, the pinstripes and the gray. The one I wore on Mondays and Wednesdays. While niggas flirt, I'm throwing tigers on my shirt and alligators. You wanna see the inside? I see you later. Here come the drama. Oh, that's that nigga with the fake. Wow, why you punch me in my face? Stay in your place, play your position. Here come my intuition. Go in this nigga pocket, rob him while his friends watch it, and hoes clock it. Here comes respect. His crew's your crew, or they might be next. Look at they man, big man, they never try, so we roll with them. I stole with them, I mean loyalty. Niggas bought me milks at lunch. The milks with chocolate, the cookies, butter crunch, 88. Long as I got stuff for most of them soft. Even when I was wrong, I got my point across. They depicted me the boss. Of course, my orange box cutter make the world go round. Plus I'm fucking bitches ain't my homegirls now. Start stacking, dabbled in crack, gun packing. Nickname Medina, made the scenes, took my Ninas. From gym class to English, passed off for global. The only nigga with a mobile. Can't you see like total? Getting larger in waist and taste. Ain't no telling where this felon is heading. Just in case, keep a shell at the tip of your melon. Clear the space, your brain was a terrible thing to wait. Realizing to master enterprise and I ain't have to be in school by 10. I then began to encounter with my counterparts on how to burn the block apart. Break it down into sections. Drugs by these selections. Some use pipes, others use injections. Syringe sold separately. Frank the deputy, quick to grab my Smith & Wesson like my dick was missing. To protect my position, my corner, my layer. While we out here, say the hustler's prayer. If the game shakes me or breaks me, I hope it makes me a better man. Take a better stand. Put money in my mom's hand. Get my daughter this college plan, so she don't need no man. Stay far from timid. Only make moves when your heart's in it, and live the phrase sky's the limit. Motherfucker. 88. as me. I like that. When I was young, I had 2 pair of leaves. Besides that, the pinstripes and the gray. The one I wore on Mondays and Wednesdays. While niggas flirt, I'm sewing tigers on my shirt and alligators. You wanna see the inside? I see you later. Here come the drama. Oh, that's that nigga with the fake. Wow, why you punch me in my face? Stay in your place, play your position. Here come my intuition. Go in this nigga pocket, rob him while his friends watch it, and hoes clock it. Here comes respect. His crew's your crew, or they might be next. Look at they man, big man, they never try, so we roll with them. I stole with them, I mean loyalty. Niggas bought me milks at lunch. The milks with chocolate, the cookies, butter crunch, 80 lunch, 80 lunch. Long as I got stuff for most of them soft. Even when I was wrong, I got my point across. They depicted me the boss. Of course, my orange box cutter make the world go round. Plus I'm fucking bitches ain't my homegirls now. Start stacking, dabbled in crack, gun packing. Nickname Medina, made the scenes, took my Ninas. From gym class to in-glass, pass off for global. The only nigga with a mobile. Can't you see like total? Getting larger in waist and taste. Ain't no telling where this felon is heading. Just in case, keep a shell at the tip of your melon. Clear the space. Your brain was a terrible thing to waste. Realizing to master enterprise and I ain't have to be in school by 10. I then began to encounter with my counterparts on how to burn the block apart. Break it down into sections. Drugs by these selections. Some use pipes, others use injections. Syringe sold separately. Frank the deputy, quick to grab my Smith & Wesson like my dick was missing. To protect my position, my corner, my layer. While we out here, say the hustler's prayer. If the game shakes me or breaks me, I hope it makes me a better man. Take a better stand. Put money in my mom's hand. Get my daughter this college plan so she don't need no man. Stay far from timid. Only make moves when your heart's in it. And live the phrase, sky's the limit. Motherfucker. 88. And live the phrase, sky's the limit. Put money in my mom's hand. Get my daughter this college plan so she don't need no man. Stay far from timid. Only make moves when your heart's in it. And live the phrase, sky's the limit. Never been as broke as me. I like that. When I was young, I had 2 pair of leaves. Besides that, the pinstripes and the gray. The one I wore on Mondays and Wednesdays. While niggas flirt, I'm sewing tigers on my shirt and alligators. You wanna see the inside? I see you later. Here come the drama. Oh, that's that nigga with the fake. Wow, why you punch me in my face? Stay in your place, play your position. Here come my intuition. Go in this nigga pocket, rob him while his friends watch it, and hoes clock it. Here comes respect. miscrews your crew, or they might be next. Look at they man, big man, they never try, so we roll with them, stole with them. I mean loyalty. Niggas bought me milks at lunch. The milks with chocolate, the cookies, butter crunch, 80 long as I got stuff for most of them soft. Even when I was wrong, I got my point across. They depicted me the boss. Of course, my orange box cutter make the world go round. Plus I'm fucking bitches ain't my homegirls now. Start stacking, dabbled in crack, gun packing. Nickname Medina, made the scenes, took my Ninas. From gym class to English, pass off for global. The only nigga with a mobile. Can't you see like total? Getting larger in waist and taste. Ain't no telling where this felon is heading. Just in case, keep a shell at the tip of...
Alright, guys. Oh, shit. Oh, okay. Why is my mic turned all the way up? Okay, I apologize for that. Oh, it's still kind of bad. Okay, I apologize for that. It should be good now. Let me know if I'm too loud. Yeah, I just seen the mic bar just go completely red. Okay. Alright, man. So, yes, I apologize for that, headphone users, or maybe even non-headphone users. But, yes, I apologize for that. I don't know why my sound was turned all the way up. I never did that. But, yes, what is going on, guys? We are back with, yet again, another edition of the Notorious podcast, man. And this is episode 131, I believe, of the show. Is it 30? Yes. 131. We are on episode 132, I mean. Episode 132 of the news, man. And yeah, man, we got an interesting episode of news here today for you guys. A very AEW heavy show. We got here, or at least AEW/ROH heavy show here today for you guys, man. So with that, we'll just hop right into the intro, man, so we can get started on the news. So yeah, man, if this is your first time watching, you guys do not know how this show works. Every Monday, we're on here with Notorious Unscripted, and every Friday at 4 p.m. Central, we are on here with the news, man. I think I said that twice. Every Monday, we're on here with Notorious Unscripted, not the news. We're on here with Unscripted, and every Friday, we're on here with the news. Yeah, man, Unscripted after Raw, and the news, like I said, 4 p.m. Central, man. So if you guys did miss this past Monday's edition of Unscripted, that is titled, What is the New Evil Presence Controlling Bray Wyatt? We go into a little bit of everything, man. It was a good week of Dynamite. We talked about Dynamite. A lot of SmackDown, way more SmackDown than usual, and then the episode, the Triple H-less episode of Monday Night Raw, that was okay, you know. So we talked about all that. And now you can find that on all platforms, man. Anchor, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, and if you want to see it first, join us right here, like I said, after Monday Night Raw every Monday, man. So yeah, man, and if you have not got a chance to get your hands on some of this official Notorious Heels podcast merchandise, you guys can now find this live on the merch shop. That is bonfire.com. Link is at the top of the description of this video, and you can find it on either mine and Sorkay's social media pages on the Notorious Heels podcast Linktree page, man. So on the top left, you have the Chicago flag design. On the bottom right, you got the Chicago skyline design. Then you got one of the OG shirts, man, the best kept secrets to the IWC, the Riddler-inspired IWC's Best Kept Secret shirt. And then you have the Uncrowned Kings of the IWC, the Biggie-inspired shirt. And then in the middle, you have the base Notorious Heels podcast logo design. So you can get all 5 of these beautiful designs in a shirt or a hoodie or a long sleeve shirt or whatever you want. Live on the merch shop. Like I said, link is at the top of the description of this video, and or in mine and Sorkay's social media pages on the Linktree page, man. So, yeah, man. And with that, if this is your first time watching, you guys do not know who we are here at the Notorious Heels podcast. I am Johnny Mayhem, one half of the host of this very show. And as for the other half, we have the Sorkay. How's it going, man? Hmm. What?
You can't hear me?
Alright, try it now.
Can you hear me now, Logan?
Okay. Yeah, you're okay. So
Okay.
yes, and as for the other half, we got my man Sir K here. How is it going, Sir K? I apologize for that.
Damn, bro. Damn. It's going, man. It's going good, man. Just been hanging out, man. Just damn, bro. For you, goddamn. Fuck, man. Goddamn. I've been good, bro. I've been good. Usually, Ferrante's here to ask how's life, how's family. Life's good, man. Family's good. What about you? And what about everybody in chat, Logan, Val, all you guys? And what about you, bro? How's everything? Damn.
um
It's,
bro. Oh man, I'm good, bro. I'm good. Just kind of waiting for things to pick up and stuff, man. So that's where I'm at now. That's where I'm at now. Yeah, man. Other than that, bro, nothing too much, man. Nothing too much. Yeah, that's pretty much it, man. That's pretty much it. So, um, no, yeah, nothing. No, nothing. But it's like on the cusp of stuff happening. Yeah. So, uh, oh Jesus, I was wondering. Okay, I think we may or may not have lost Sir K.
can you still hear me?
Are you? Oh, okay. You're still there, but you are frozen in this in this weird
Yeah, it's
position.
coming back.
Okay.
In a minute, but you can hear me. So, yep, I'm back. Yeah, it's just
I hope that video refreshes. Um. uh, um. Oh, he's back. He is back, but I cannot hear you. I probably have to unplug my headphones again. Give us like 2 seconds, guys. Okay. And say something. You can hear me, right? Okay. All right. Okay, I think we're good. I think we're good. I hope. Um, Mr. K is currently experiencing some Wi-Fi issues, so that's that. Okay, guys. I think he's back. I apologize for that.
So. Not
Apologize
bad.
for that. Okay. Yeah. Oh, what was I saying? Yes. Yes. To let the cat out of the bag. I'm probably not going to be in this room that much longer. Probably a couple more episodes. So I'm moving out. So it's kind of that process. I don't know why. I don't know why I've been being secretive about it. But I don't fucking know. But yes, that's kind of the process I'm going through. So the past couple weeks, when you've been hearing me say there's nothing going on right now, but simultaneously a lot going on, that's kind of what I'm working on right now. So
Yeah. So those things are a process.
yeah, it's a process. So you probably won't be seeing me in the old room anymore, but we'll be in a new room. So yeah, man. That's pretty much what I'm going through, man. And to finally greet our wonderful viewers, as Durante usually asks. I know he's not here now, but as he usually asks, man, I'm good. Family's good. And what about you, Durante and Logan and Bell? How are you guys doing? And thank you guys for always being here. Yes, we appreciate you guys, man. Yeah, man. Logan says the CM Punk stuff is quite interesting. So to piggyback off that, that's what we're gonna go right into. So, man, everybody, everybody's acting very surprised about this, as if we didn't hear about this before, that they were discussing a contract buyout. But now it seems like we're kind of getting down to the nitty gritty and all that. We're kind of getting down to the serious aspects as to before it was serious, but it was kind of just speculation as to what was going to happen with him and his contract. Logan says, I feel like we're getting some behind the scenes content. The real gems behind the scene with me and Sir K is when we're in the fucking stream starting soon screen.
Man, y'all can hear one of those days, it's over with. I'll tell you that.
Just a bunch of fucking around for like 8 minutes, or sometimes we go like even longer and we don't even realize we're like not even doing anything. We're just sitting here fucking around. So yeah, it's I apologize for the Wi-Fi problems, man, but it happens. Some things are out of our hands and they suck, but at the end of the day they are out of our hands. But yeah, man. Yes. So regardless, yes. So we're kind of getting down to the, like I said, the nitty gritty in this CM Punk situation, and obviously we'll go into some concrete news that we have that you could kind of see the writing on the wall. But we'll go over this Punk stuff first. AEW is in talks to buy out CM Punk's contract. According to the Wrestling Observer newsletter, according to the Wrestling Observer newsletter, it was reported that AEW is currently in talks to buy out CM Punk's contract so that he won't return to the company. Those with close knowledge of the situation said that they are in talks with Punk about a buyout of the remaining years of his contract, which tells you that they are not looking to bring him back. The holdup right now is said to be the non-compete period. Obviously, if the non-compete is an issue, it's about interest in going to WWE, which there is no need for a non-compete. Otherwise, because nobody else but AEW and WWE can pay him close to what he was making. There are those in WWE who have been very negative towards him in the past, but it is a wrestling war, and the optics of looking publicly like they have taken Punk from AEW would be very significant.
I mean, they want to write their own death wish. They can do that, bro. Because this man, you think that roster is gonna like that? They would not. I'm warning them right now.
Yeah, man. I don't know, man. I just don't know. Yeah, CM Punk and his buyout situation. I mean, we have known about this for a minute, so it doesn't come as like a complete shock, but like I said, man, I mean, it's a rough situation. No matter, it's a rough situation, and like I said, as soon as kind of we heard that news about Mr. Ace, you could kind of see the writing on the wall there a little bit with kind of what was going to happen with him, because you know damn well he wasn't happy about that. But I will say this:
God no.
it is 100% right of Tony Khan to hold him to his actions. So if this is something that TK feels is the right outcome, then it's what happened. It's what needs to happen to be. It is what needs to happen to continue to go forward with the company. Because if Punk was, you know, kind of like apologetic, I could still see if he was upset. That's okay if you were upset because you think these guys are plotting against you and trying to, you know, jeopardize the company because, you know, they're friends with Colt Cabana. You know, that, you know, I could still see, you know, why he's upset, but I mean, and he's not taking responsibility, and it's what needs to be done, then it's what needs to be done, because, like I said, you don't want to lose CM Punk, you don't want to lose all of the elite just to keep CM Punk, who is, you know, not only one guy, he's getting up there in age. You know, he's
very injury prone now.
He's injury He's injury prone. You know what I mean? So you know he's giving you some fantastic segments, but a lot of his matches, you know, are littered with a lot of mistakes and botches along the way. So you know, I mean, he's serviceable for now, but who's to say he's going to be the same in 3 years? And by then you have already would have lost the elite. So you don't want to do that. You want to keep the elite. I don't give a fuck about any pillars. Those guys are the foundation of that company. There is no AEW without the elite. There isn't.
Exactly.
So it is right. It is right of Tony Khan to do that, I will say, man. But as far as him going back to WWE, bro, I mean, I know Triple H is gonna do what's best for business, man. But if Punk walks back into that is 10 times as worse as Cody Rhodes doing it.
A million times as worse.
I mean, man,
you were the pioneer of anti-WWE, and you're just going back, not because you want to go back to them, but because you're petty with AEW for what? What, like, why are you so mad? And CM Punk, man, Triple H don't want that. They warned AEW about that man, so they should know what they be getting themselves into. Like, imagine the locker rooms, right? Imagine a KO and a Sex reaction to that guy coming in the fucking company. They'd be pissed. You'd have so much of that roster pissed off at you. He ain't worth it, bro. He ain't worth the trouble that he comes with at his age.
And
he's proven it.
And yeah, and I was gonna say at this point, those guys in that WWE locker room, you know, if I'm them, I'm thinking to myself, you know, how long before he pops off here now? You know,
exactly. He's taking time behind.
Exactly, it makes this company look like a fucking joke. However, man, I will say, I will say this, and it sucks, man, because I'm a huge Punk fan. He is definitely on my Mount Rushmore. If you guys watched the very first episode 132 weeks ago, we were going through Mount Rushmores, man. Punk, Cena, in no order, but Punk, Cena, Bray, and Johnny. So everybody's known that, you know, and I believe he's on your Mount Rushmore too. I'm wearing his fucking shirt right now. But if it needs to be done, it needs to be done, because I mean he can't just do that. He's at that point he's detrimental to the company, and it sucks because, you know, I mean, he's great. He's great. We all know that about Punk. He's great, man. But if he comes with that baggage, he's just not worth it.
No.
And like I said, on his side of the coin too, you really got to sit back and think, man. Like, wow, my return, the United Center return, I sold it out on a rumor. Gave everybody free ice cream bars. They had my logo playing on the United Center Trons. All that good stuff, man, just for this shit to last 1 year. 1 year to the date of his first match back, and it was over. And
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like I said, and then you got to think too, your legacy is going to be you sitting eating a muffin at a fucking media scrum, absolutely lighting the company ablaze. A company that in 2011 he would have absolutely walked out the door to go to.
Oh,
110%.
1,000,000%.
Um,
Oh, yeah.
so that company finally came around, and it was literally made for him. The company was literally made and had his name written all over it. And that's the last anybody's going to remember of you is you sitting at a media scrum. So if it's over for now, I really would like to see him eventually come around and try to make this shit all right. But if it's not, then so be it. And that's just how it was meant to be, man. But for the year he was in AEW, he gave us some damn good shit. But at the end of the day, if that's all it was, then that's all it was, man.
The long term point of this company is more important than just CM Punk. You know what I mean? CM Punk's special. He's one of the guys, but no one's above a company. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's just now, especially a young company that has so much to build for, so much to grow. Don't hinder that for just one old man, for one bitter old man. It ain't worth it, man. It ain't worth it. And it sucks to see, man, because Punk, he's one of my goats, bro. He is, even after the fucked up shit. He's still one of my goats.
Oh,
And
yeah. I mean, the stuff he did on AEW TV,
oh, it's amazing.
was amazing. It was, the
The
stuff
backstage
that
shit.
was aired on a media scrum is what ruined him.
Exactly,
You know?
bro. He did something he shouldn't have. People tossed hands with him for it. He got mad. And
They tossed teeth, too.
really, exactly, bro. He talked shit, told them to come talk shit. They did. He started the fight, and now he's pissed. Come on, man. Come on. I know you're a little bitter old man, but come on, dog. What would old you think? What would young you think of you right now? You think you're a fucking old asshole, is what he would think of you. So it sucks to see, man. It always sucks to see, but it's what's needed, bro.
Yeah.
If you
Yeah,
gotta
I mean,
sacrifice CM Punk, you gotta sacrifice. Because look at the ratings, bro. They haven't been amazing, but this CM Punk not being on TV for the last couple months hasn't hindered it that much. You
no.
know what I mean?
No, it
People are
really
still
hasn't.
buying tickets. They're still
Exactly.
viewing shows because there's stuff. Most of the reason people watch AEW wasn't just for CM Punk. Is for a lot of the people he was trying to go against, man. So all I hope is that this doesn't hinder the elite at all, which I don't think company wise it will, but obviously TV wise we'll be without them for a little bit. So that sucks, man. But I just hope this all ends, and if CM Punk goes, he goes. If he stays, that could be great, but don't risk anything for him. Just if he apologizes and the
Right.
roster's cool with him, bring him back. If not, don't risk it. Do what you got to do to build your company, bro. Because you can't build
Exactly.
something around a guy like that.
Exactly. Like I said, man, if he's to the point where he's taking responsibility and he's sorry for the parts of it that he caused,
Mm-hmm.
and like I said, everybody's cool with him, then bring him back. But I mean, if it's kind of just, well, bring me back because I'm CM Punk and I got the name value, don't.
No,
It's never gonna
don't
end.
risk
It's never gonna end good. And like I said, it sucks, man, because this company, you know, this company was pretty much architectured on the blueprints of this company are pretty much the words of the pipe bomb. And
Mm-hmm.
you know, like I said, it sucks. It sucks, especially if you're a fan of his, like us. And like I said, the stuff he did on TV was uncanny. I mean, it was a great run. It was a great run, but it was everything, you know, that wasn't that didn't
Exactly.
have to do with TV is what ruined him. And like I said, if with him, then you know, and if he takes responsibility for, you know, his side of what went wrong, then
Mm-hmm.
you know, it'd be cool to bring him back. But like I said, man, if not, that's just how it was meant to be, I guess.
Yeah.
So it sucks, but it is what it is, man. But yeah. So CM Punk is looking to be bought out, or at least talks are getting a little more serious about Punk being bought
And
out of
that
his
contract.
AEW contract, man. So
Now, I'm kind of dumb to this process. Would it be Punk buying himself out or AEW buying the contract out?
A
Who's the
A
one?
AEW buys him out, so they give
Okay.
him. So Punk is pretty much, um, so pretty much how it works. Like, you know, I'm a basketball fan, so how
Mm-hmm.
this process pretty much goes, because it happens a lot in the NBA and stuff like that.
Oh, I bet.
Like if, you know, guy signs with a team, but let's say he's getting a huge bag and he's not really that good anymore. Maybe he got that contract a couple years ago when he was good, but now he
Mm-hmm.
comes to this team, he's getting paid 80
Sort
million for 2 years. The or 80 million, he's got 2 years left on his deal. The team doesn't want him there cuz he's old, and maybe they have a young team, they're in the middle of a rebuild. They give him the 80 million and just let him walk. So
Oh, okay.
he
Okay.
gets what he's, you know, he gets what he signed, and they just let him walk and go sign elsewhere or whatever. So pretty much
Mm-hmm.
how this is going to work is, if Punk signed a 3-year deal for $6 million, you know, he did 1 year, for example, so he got 2 million for the first year of his contract. And now we're at a stalemate where AEW, either they keep him for the remaining 4 year or 2 years of his deal and pay him that other 4 million, or they pay him that other 4 million just to get him out of the company.
Okay.
So
Okay.
that's,
Because
yeah.
that's not the same as releasing people. When they release people, you ain't getting paid. You just out, right?
Right. So
Okay.
right. So when you get released, you're pretty much just get
They just rip
terminated.
up your
Like,
con.
there,
Yeah,
yeah,
they
your
just rip up the
contract is just
contract.
ripped. Yeah. But yeah.
Damn.
Um yeah, but
And
WWE does, I think they do pay you what you
yeah,
normally get paid for the 90 days, and then after that you're just done.
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
they
I
don't
know they still pay you the 90 days.
yeah, they don't buy anybody out, I don't believe, or
Yeah.
at least not when they release them.
And I bet TK's fighting for that no compete because let's say this motherfucker is planning to go there. If you have to make him wait like 2 3 years, ain't nobody gonna want his ass in 2 3 years. So you know TK's fighting for that shit, so he can't go do other shit for the next like 2 years.
Yeah.
I'd be too. You fucked me over, I'm gonna fuck you over, buddy.
Yeah, 100%.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
100%. He stood up there right next to Tony
God damn,
Khan
I
and
hate
was
to see it,
talking like
man.
he was the CEO of the company. I mean,
Fucking sadness.
yeah, man. So Uh, yeah, man. So that is the news on CM Punk, and the um the initial story that kind of turned everybody's head, and for me at least makes this a lot more unsurprising. That Punk story is a couple days before. Well, today we got the Punk news, so 2 days ago, I believe it was. I believe it was Wednesday morning. or Wednesday night, AEW has fired. They have released Mr. Ace Steel. Ace Steel has been released from the company, as I think we're going through another Wi-Fi outage. Shit. Damn.
Yep. God damn. I am so sorry, guys, for this fucking technical day. I hate when that type of shit does this.
Oh, shit. Alright, we got him back.
Of course.
We got him back.
How are you guys? Fucking Wi-Fi.
Yes, we do. Yes, we definitely do. We definitely do. And it is definitely on the way. Okay. I apologize
Yeah, we
for
do.
that.
That is smart, Logan. I never even thought we kind of need. That is true. Yeah.
All right. Okay, where was I?
Over here.
Okay. Ace Steel.
This fucking dude.
No, bro, because I was reading the fucking article and I noticed you weren't laughing at all, and you always laugh when we bring up Ace Steel, and I just look up and your screen's frozen. I was like, oh, what the fuck?
Yeah. I just heard Charlotte noises while you were talking. So I was like, oh god.
Okay, man. So, yes, Ace Steel. Ace Steel is released from AEW, man. Ace Steel reportedly has been released from AEW. Yes, he has been released from his AEW contract, according to a report from Dave Meltzer in the latest Wrestling Observer Radio, with his time coming to an end at the start of this week. Ace Steel was involved in the backstage altercation that took place following CM Punk's post AEW All Out Media Scrum on September 5th, which saw Punk, the Young Bucks, and Kenny Omega get into a physical altercation that led to all of them being taken off television, as they were also stripped of their respective championships, according to reports. Steel bit Omega during this, which with the former AEW World Champion having been seen in public with a bite mark on his arm. Since this point, Tony Khan has refused to make a public comment on the situation due to the fact that there is an ongoing investigation into the incident to determine exactly what happened. Steele had initially joined the company in 2022 and was working behind the scenes as a producer. During the build to Punk's all-out match against Jon Moxley, he did appear on screen as AEW tapped into his legitimate friendship with the former AEW World Champion. He encouraged Punk to take up Moxley's challenge to take up Moxley's open challenge, and ended up being a big part of the build for that match. Bruh. So,
bruh.
And then there was a report going around that Ace Steel was surprised and shocked that he got released. Dude, you fucking bit somebody.
You bit another person. How are you shocked you got fired, dude? You literally bit a man. And it wasn't just like, oh, how do you can't, it's not even like, oh, shit happens in a fight. No, you fucking bit somebody. You bit him on the arm like a zombie. The bite mark's like right here. Like, bro, what are you? Like, and then he tossed a chair at fucking one of the fucking Young Bucks' face.
Nick.
What do you expect? And plus, before that, on TV, he said fuck live on television. Like, bro, they fucking introduced you on TV and you just fucking going crazy. I'm shocked. What are you shocked for?
Yeah, I mean...
Fucking Ace, that shit's hilarious.
Yeah, I mean, man. This situation, bro, And, they really could have tapped into something really interesting here, because, like a lot of other people, I liked Ace Steel and CM Punk's on-screen chemistry. I thought it was really cool, and I thought obviously he was a great promo, as is Punk. But, bruh, what the fuck are you doing, bro? Why are you biting Kenny Omega?
Like, if he was just a friend backstage that they kind of just hired, just to kind of be there and just to pay him and shit, it would be what it is. You can't do that shit, but you're not anyone important. Bro,
Right.
You are part of the talent. Like, you're
staff.
supposed to be a coach.
Yeah.
You can't bite people as a coach. Like, imagine at PC, bro. Just got motherfuckers biting you, bro.
Matt Bloom just fucking gets pissed at Kevin Owens and just socks him. Starts biting him.
Toss a chair at his fucking head. Like, bro, what? You're a coach. You can't do that.
Seriously, bro. I mean, you are a part of AEW's coaching staff, and you are biting the talent. Not only the talent, but one of the EVPs of the company. What would they have done if Tony Khan walked in the room? Would he have fucking bit him too? Tony Khan's trying to break it up, and he's got Ace Steel biting on his fucking fingers. Like, what are you doing, man? Well, like,
bro,
he,
instinct.
I mean, Punk and the Elite hold, like, huge name value, so, you can't necessarily just, like, release them. But, I mean, Ace Steel is very expendable, and you cannot tell me he wasn't brought into this company simply just because he was Punk's friend. So,
literally.
I mean, maybe that's not the whole reason. I know he worked as a coach at the PC for a while. But, I mean, good lord. You cannot be surprised by this. Nobody can be surprised by this. Everybody thought he was going to get fired. Personally, I originally thought that they were just going to kind of play it equal with everybody and, like, not really fire anybody, but just kind of keep people, keep them
on the list. Just keep them
away. Just kind of keep them off TV and stuff. But, I mean, with this guy, with this guy, he posted something on Twitter that was him being excited about having like freedom or something like that, and then he's shocked when he gets fired. So I don't know, man. I
Yeah.
don't know. I mean, this is his legacy at this point.
Yep.
This is Punk's
That's his
legacy.
legacy to
A
the outer
backstage
wrestling
brawl,
world.
a backstage brawl that culminated with his best friend biting Kenny Omega. What a Jesus Christ. Yeah, I mean, it's not surprising. It's not surprising whatsoever. I mean, it's one thing to get into a fight and everybody's throwing hands, but bro, you were literally out there throwing teeth, bro. I mean, what the hell?
Literally.
So,
What do you
I
expect?
think you're frozen again.
Good lord. Yeah, you sound like Charlotte, so yeah, I think
Oh,
it's
there you
coming,
are.
but
There you
it's
are.
still holding up. Okay. Yeah, it was starting to, but I think it's stabilizing again. Hopefully.
Yeah. So yeah, man. So Ace
Oh,
Steel
man. Fuck
has
me.
been released from the company, and nobody should be shocked, not one bit. Yeah, I mean, he's
Literally.
gone, and yeah, it looks like his buddy's gonna be gone too. So, yikes. Yeah, man. So, Adam Page, or
Mhm.
speaking of CM Punk, the empty-headed, dumb fuck, Adam Page. That is not an empty-headed, dumb fuck, but that's besides the point. Adam Page has suffered a concussion during Dynamite. Obviously, everybody watched Dynamite and everybody's seen that just very scary ending. That was
Mhm.
the ending to the AEW World Championship match. And AEW has since confirmed Hangman's injury status, man. I got the statement that they put up here for you guys. They put this out, I believe, the next day or the night of. Adam Hangman Page was taken tonight by medical personnel to a Cincinnati trauma center and was diagnosed with a concussion. He was discharged but will remain in AEW's concussion protocol. AEW and Hangman Page are grateful for the exemplary response and care of staff and local medical personnel, and are appreciative of the love and support of the fans everywhere. So that was the
God
statement
damn.
that they put out on Adam Page. And yeah, man, this sucks. Another guy down with a concussion. We obviously have Adam Cole. We just got Danielson back a couple months ago
Mhm.
from the injury bug that just so happened to be a concussion. But man, I mean, it sucks. It sucks, bro. And I wish him the best, but it seems like he's doing good. It seems like he's doing good, and that's all we can ask for, man. That's all we can ask for. So, yeah.
Exactly, man.
I wish him a speedy recovery nonetheless.
Yeah, man. It's a horrible situation, man. You never want to see that type of stuff happen, man. Um, that shit was scary. That shit really was, but it was good to hear that he got discharged. He tweeted out he's okay overall, and it's just gonna be a matter of time until we know if he could come back within the next couple of weeks, or it could be Adam Cole, and he might be a while. So concussions are always suck, man. It's such an unfortunate event, man, but it happened. He's overall okay, which is what matters, man. Let's just hope he can make speedy recovery, man, or just a good recovery.
Definitely, bro. Definitely. Speaking of AEW, or the other show that seems to be taking over Dynamite, Ring of Honor.
Literally.
During last night's AEW, or Tuesday night's AEW rather, it was announced that the Ring of Honor final battle will take place on Saturday, December 10th from Arlington, Texas. This is cool. However,
Yeah.
obviously this is their final show of the year, and man, I know you may be thinking to yourself, man, how much longer do I have to hear about this godforsaken pay-per-views without hearing about some sort of show for Ring of Honor? Well, it seems like we got a promise from Mr. TK, or an update rather. Tony Khan says Ring of Honor will have a weekly show in 2023. Tony Khan has provided a positive update on ROH while speaking to Sports Illustrated, hinting that a weekly show may soon return. He says we will have great news soon about Ring of Honor's weekly shows. The success of Death Before Dishonor pay-per-view have ensured us that there will be more Ring of Honor pay-per-views. Our goal is to have one more great pay-per-view for Ring of Honor in 2022, and then follow that up with a weekly show in 2023. This is exactly what we need to get. This is going to clean up AEW television. They can tape this shit like NXT, and it'll be great. I don't know about the whole 2-hour thing. I think 1 hour is perfect. I think 1 hour is perfect.
Bro, the formula we gave you guys on that one episode of, I think it was unscripted. It could have been scripted. It could have been news. I'm not sure, but
Yeah.
that fucking format we gave you guys, use it, bro. I mean, it would be nice to get a check for giving you guys the idea. If you guys don't want to do that, as long as you just do it, I'm cool with it, bro. I'm cool with it. But they desperately need ROH to have its own thing because it is cluttering the fuck out of that goddamn show.
Yeah, fucking take Tony Nese over there, take Josh Woods, take them Varsity Blondes, take...
And
I don't know.
they're the varsity athletes too.
Oh yeah, that's yeah.
The fuck.
You know, even
varsity athletes.
Yeah, even your bigger names can go over there. The ones that are obviously champions. FTR can go over there and do some good stuff. Chris Jericho can go over there and do some good stuff. Samoa Joe can go over there and
Joe.
You know, Mercedes Martinez, believe it or not, is actually the women's champion over there. So, I mean, you got a lot you can do, and you have a lot of people you could send down there to really help them out a lot. The Firm, put them in fucking Ring of Honor. They don't do anything on Dynamite anyway. You know, I mean, there's a lot, man. There's a lot you could do, but you can definitely have that Full Sail atmosphere if you listen to what B and Sir K were, you know, telling them. Have them, dude, shoot the fucking thing at Daly's place.
Yeah, people love Daly's place. Like, it'd be perfect for a show like that, man. Or just create a nice set for some place. They could have a permanent spot, man. Because a place like that, the reason NXT ended up, one of the main reasons NXT ended up not feeling like NXT anymore is when it moved out of Full Sail, bro, because it lost its home. Because there was like spots in the parking lot and all that shit, and then it was just nothing. You know what I mean? It was just normal arenas. And with the ROH, you could benefit a lot from having a home. So, you should definitely go that route, man.
Especially because, you know, Daly's place is a crowd that is always going to bring it. You know, I mean, you know, I mean, if you look at, like, just any television, whether it's Raw, SmackDown, or Dynamite, sometimes you go to those places, man, where those crowds are sitting on their fucking hands. So, and it could be anywhere around the United States. So you do not want something like that for Ring of Honor. One thing you're going to want for Ring of Honor, and, you know, it helped NXT stand out a lot, is NXT was kind of like the secret brand, the brand that the hardcores knew about, but the casual fans and the just main roster watchers had no fucking idea about. So you get a place,
exactly.
You know, you get a place where that atmosphere is going to be uncanny, and it's going to be something that, you know, makes the show almost. I mean, obviously the product is going to be good too, but you're going to want that good atmosphere that's going to get the people watching at home into the product as well. So, because people don't want to, I mean, how much do we get on here and complain about these Monday Night Raw crowds sitting on their fucking hands for Candice LeRae? Or, I mean, you're going to want something that's consistent. You're going to want a fan base that's consistent enough to just love that brand and the Ring of Honor brand, and it'll really help the show's success, and it'll translate to the hardcore viewer, and it's going to become that secret show that only the hardcores know about, and it's great. Just like NXT was, and then like we said with the and then like we said with as far as pay-per-views go, have Ring of Honor do 5 pay-per-views a year and run them in the same weekend and the same city as your AEW pay-per-views.
Exactly, bro. Exactly. That format's perfect, bro. It worked for NXT for a reason. It could really work for ROH.
Definitely, man. So, yeah, man. So that's exciting. I hope they take our advice. Definitely, man. And speaking of Ring of Honor, the Ocho, the Wizard, Chris Jericho, has signed a 3-year extension with All Elite Wrestling through 2025, with increased roles as a producer, creative advisor, and mentor for the young talent. Good on fucking Tony Khan, man. Creative advisor. That is what's up, man. Chris Jericho knows how to properly tell a story. He knows how to fix people. He knows how to genuinely put people on a different level. And I mean, look at what he's doing for Daniel Garcia right now, man. I mean, great. Look at what he did for 2.0. He gave them that platform, and man, have they took that opportunity and ran with it. I mean, he's really showed it in the Jericho Appreciation Society. And it's Chris is great. Everybody loves Chris. He's and not to mention, the guy is like 52 years old, and this is one of his in recent memory. I know his stuff. I know this can't be compared to his older stuff with, Benoit and all those guys, man. So, I mean, and Shawn Michaels, Eddie Guerrero. I mean, we all know how Chris Jericho used to be back in his day, man. And I know none of that compares to nowadays, but like in terms of modern Chris Jericho, the Chris Jericho that we've known for the past 5 to 7 years, bro, this is genuinely probably the best career year for him in terms of match quality. And I wouldn't even be upset with you if you said character work and stuff like that as well, man. I mean, he has been on top of his game this year. He really has. This has truly been a career year for him. Bro.
Man's been great, and I'm excited to see not only him on TV for another 3 years, man, but him backstage too. I mean, Tony kind of said many times before, without a guy like Chris Jericho, probably wouldn't be in AEW anymore. He helped Tony Khan a lot, and he's a smart mind, man. And since he's been in this role, which is people have been said he's been in it for a couple of weeks now, we've seen even more storyline stuff with Garcia. We've seen less of Guevara. We've seen, which is that he's doing that. He could do that all the time, man. Hey, if that's what he's doing, put him in that chair permanently. But like either Chris Jericho, whether it's on screen or off, just a great person to have, bro. And you give him the power to be able to do that backstage stuff. You're just doing good moves right there.
And what is another interesting thing that we have seen the past couple weeks that I've noticed? Teams and not teams, but like people in general are getting a lot more mic time, and they're getting more time to get over with the audience via promo. Look at the Acclaimed. They got that segment. Somebody else had a post championship Oh no, I'm thinking of Seth on Monday. My bad. But regardless, we've just seen a lot. Like, I think we've seen a lot more promo time, and I think we've seen a lot more emphasis on like storylines and stuff like that within the past couple weeks. And Jericho as a producer and creative advisor, I like how Tony Khan is showing love and appreciation to the two guys, and I'm sure he's gonna make his way to Danielson when that time comes, because Danielson's been great for the locker room as well as Jericho and Moxley. Moxley got a bump up and a little bit of a change in title with his new contract as well. I believe he's now a coach mentor, or not a coach, but a talent mentor.
Like mentor.
So it's great, man, because these two guys are just have been, studs for your company, man. They really have. And it's nice to see Chris Jericho not only get the mentor role, but creative advisor, somebody who really can make a star. If I mean, unless you're living under a rock, you can't fucking see what Chris Jericho has done for the guys in his group, the original members of his group. And a producer as well, man. Jericho, we say this, a lot for a guy like Guevara, man, but my God, if Chris Jericho is holding your hand and you still have failed to get over time and time again, there's a fucking problem, and it ain't Chris Jericho.
It's on you, bro. Exactly. It's all on Guevara. It's all on him and shit. It's all on Ty Conti. It's all on Anna JAS. It's all on them.
Definitely, bro. Definitely, man. So, the Wizard has signed a 3-year extension with AEW, and he's been great, man, and he deserves this like no other, man. He really does. Like he said in his promo, man. This is my damn locker room, and nobody's gonna take that away from me. You love to see it, man. You really do. Kind of while we were leaning on the little fence there about NXT, Shawn Michaels has revealed during an interview with TV Insider that there has been discussions about NXT returning to holding premium live events outside of the WWE Performance Center in Florida. He says, absolutely. As mentioned, we started with the Florida Loop, or the Coconut Loop, as we call them. We briefly discussed getting out for premium live events. Do we want to do that at the end of the year or at the beginning of the new year? We had Stand and Deliver WrestleMania weekend, which was the first time many of our talents were outside of the Performance Center. It's certainly something that we want to go back to. We have every intention on doing that. We're actually in talks now of how we want to go about executing that. This will go beyond shows in the state of Florida for certainly premium live events, but regular live events. As you know, this is a part of the development process. They have to get out there and perform on the main roster all around the world. They might as well get their feet wet in NXT. That's awesome. I think you can do like the special shows in like actual arenas sometimes if the roster gets good enough. But you have to get NXT to a point first where you don't just flood the show with main roster people to get people to fill those seats. If you want to get your roster, I mean, you can't get it anywhere like it was in 2018. But if you were to get something similar to that, then we can start talking about what you want to do as far as putting these guys in main venues. So if you want to put these guys in main venues, you got a couple guys on that show that people want to go see. The rest of them, who cares? So I think I think that's a great idea. I think they can do the shows like maybe like a Halloween Havoc or like a what's that fucking show?
In your house?
What in your house? What no, not the Takeover. What's the show that AEW gave up the trademark for? Bash at the Beach.
Bash at the Beach. Yep.
So.
Oh, for Cody to go back.
Fucking gay.
Okay.
Yeah, man. So I think you could do those kind of shows in there, but you gotta get that roster a little more over, man. Like I said, I mean they're kind of starting to do it by putting the NXT UK guys on there, so that helps. But I mean, you gotta get. I mean, you just gotta get a better roster down there, man. You really do. So I think once that happens, though, I think that'd be great. But as for the takeovers, yes. Those absolutely need to be in main venues. That takeover is not a takeover in the fucking performance center. You know what I mean? It's
you ain't
just
taking
not.
over shit.
Exactly.
You're taking over the gym, bro. Come on, bro. So,
exactly.
Like, yeah, so it's definitely a good path, bro. They just got to back it up with that's good TV, man.
Yeah, man. So, Triple H. Oh, also, forgot to put this in the news, but well wishes to Triple H. Actually, he tested positive for COVID. Yeah. So,
he did, man. I heard he's doing good, man, but dang.
Yeah, and I heard he's also going to be absent from tonight's SmackDown, so I'm assuming he's going to pick it up next week on Raw. But I'm sure Triple H is a guy who is still writing the show because he's probably has nothing else to do, and he's just calling Road Dogg up saying, hey, man, all right, this is what we're going to do tonight. I'm about to send you a picture of what I wrote down. So, yeah, I'm sure Triple H is still working from home. I'm sure he's not doing anything else. So, but regardless, and like I said, even with Monday Night Raw, without Triple H, it was still a Triple H show. I mean, he still wrote it. We also got to get in the groove, man, of Triple H probably does not write these shows 15 minutes before they go on the air. So,
it's probably already written, so.
Definitely, man. So, Triple H discusses Bray Wyatt's WWE return and the White Rabbit for the first time since Wyatt's debut. Triple H has discussed the White Rabbit teases leading up to Bray Wyatt's huge WWE return while speaking to The Wrap. He says, "We asked ourselves how we could bring back Bray Wyatt and in the most engaging way possible. So we created the White Rabbit Project, intended to lead our audience down the literal rabbit hole of content to help build anticipation for Wyatt's return at Extreme Rules. It started with flickering lights in arenas and continued with the release of other Easter eggs like hidden QR codes within episodes of SmackDown and Raw that led viewers to more clues that kept them guessing and tuning in each week. It culminated in what we believe was a massive payoff for our fans and for the WWE. This is a great example of how WWE is uniquely positioned as sports and entertainment property to harness the power of our shows and our social following to develop multimedia long-term storytelling that can help produce meaningful, aggregated audiences."
Right.
Keyword, long-term storytelling. And then with that, we told you guys on Monday, I believe it was Monday or last Friday, that they have plans.
I think it was Monday.
Wyatt Six faction from the time he debuted all the way to Mania. They have Mania plans for Wyndham.
Look at that.
That is probably the first time he's ever experienced that.
Dude, exactly. Because the way Vince would do it, he would start to create the plans for Mania at the Rumble, like during the fucking show. And look at that. They already have Mania plans, ideas in the works, and setting up the path. Wow. Was that so hard?
Exactly. Bray was probably so astounded when
Mm-hmm.
in the beginning of October they came together with Mania plans. Bruh.
Look at that.
Triple H, man. But yes, this was great. This was great. I love how. And then I love hearing stories like this. This just came out a couple hours ago. Bray Wyatt's creative direction is a collaborative effort in WWE. That is wonderful.
Look at that.
That is wonderful.
They would have just done that the whole time. They wouldn't have fired him.
Exactly.
Wow.
Exactly, man. But yes, this was great. This was great. They really I mean, if they set out to engage people, man, I mean that is exactly what they did, because they did a fantastic job. They did a fantastic job, man. So hats off to them on a successful project there. This is kind of weird because this isn't what we heard, but I don't know. Carl Anderson will not defend the never open weight title due to WWE scheduling conflict. Oh, I don't think they could hear you.
Fuck. Who would have guessed, bro? Who would have guessed?
I don't know. Well, we'll get to this in a second. I'll tell you guys exactly how this is going to go. So Carl Anderson did a video for social media, and he said this: New Japan Pro Wrestling, I love what you've done for the Good Brothers through the years, but I am the greatest never open weight champion of all time. I work when the lights are bright. November 5th, we are not coming. We'll come on our time. The machine gun will let you know when I'm going to defend my championship. I don't know. There's either one of two ways this can go. New Japan hasn't announced anything for the championship, so they're going to let him hold on to it until he can make a show. If New Japan already announced a title match, that is like tradition there. If they announce a title match, they are giving that title match. So if the champion ain't there, you're getting stripped of the title. That's how that goes. So
They don't play with that shit, bruh. They ain't about to make no interim title. I'll tell you that.
yeah, bro. I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know. So I don't know. I don't know what they need for Saudi Arabia so bad. OC versus Judgment Day. I don't know why you just don't, like, you could save that for War Games or do that at or just do a 6-man at Survivor Series. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Who knows, man? But I'm not really shocked by this. I kind of saw it coming. I knew there was going to be some random excuse for him not to be able to fucking defend it. It's classic WWE. What did people really thought he was going to defend that shit under being employed by WWE? Come on. So, and those two motherfuckers are so damn funny. They have no fucking loyalty. They just go where the money is in front of them, bro. It's so funny how unloyal those fucking two are, people and companies, bro. And yeah, he should just be stripped of the title, Logan. Just why even bother with that? Just strip him, crown new champion, problem solved, man. Just let him go do his little weird thing, man. So, good lord, and man, I saw that clip of those two on NXT. They're already giving those vibes again, bro. They're already starting it. These two are a problem wherever they go.
Yeah, I mean, just strip them of the title. They have absolutely no loyalty, man. Or if they do have loyalty to anybody, man, it's WWE. Yeah.
It's just money. That's all the fuck they care about. Fucking idiots.
Yeah, so yeah, I mean, I don't even know why we would do this. I mean, the minute he signed with WWE, if I'm New Japan, I'm just
I'm
stripping him of the
stripping.
championships, man. I mean, you
I
know,
ain't risking it.
yeah,
It's
WWE
crazy.
and you know, if they do let him do it, you know, they're gonna drag it out. They're gonna make New Japan wait. You know,
Mm-hmm.
and if I'm New
Yeah.
Japan, I'm stripping
Yeah.
it. Like I said, I don't know if they haven't announced a title match yet. You know, they might just not book the title on the show, and that's usually how they do it. But if they announce something, if they announce that there was going to be a never open weight title match, he's getting stripped of that belt, and I think that's the best outcome here, man.
I
Because
think it is. You can't let them play you.
exactly, bro. So, yeah, man. Yeah. All right. So, I guess what is our last story for the day? Oh, actually, there's this
I
one.
think two. Yeah, I think two were left.
Um, we did hear recently that so far there is no timetable for Becky Lynch's WWE return. However, she was seen without her arm brace on, and they are
Yeah.
expected to have her. They hope that she returns before the end of the year, man. So I hope so, man, because I think she's about to go on another one of those runs.
I think she is, bro. And if she is good to return by the end of the year, just save her for the Rumble, bro. Let that
Definitely.
surprise happen in the Rumble. So that's good that she's on speed of recovery, man. And I can't wait, man, because I didn't think about it. I didn't think it would happen when the faction debuted, but Damage Control really could have used a good rival because without Becky Lynch to be a good rival with Bianca, that group just sunk. So I hope she can come back, man. It sucks that she'll, have to go to face Ronda Rousey, but at least she'll be a champion.
Yeah, man. So I hope we can see her back soon, man. Cause yeah, man, I feel like she's about to go on. I feel like she's about to be Becky Lynch again, man, and it is
Mm-hmm.
great.
That shit's gonna be heat. Hell yeah.
All right, man. So this is truly heartbreaking news to end this episode with. Well, second to last story before we. This goes perfectly into the next one, but WWE Day One is canceled,
No, please. I need it.
bro.
Thank fucking God, bro. What the fuck is that pay-per-view idea? Day one? What?
What happens when January 1st is in the middle of the fucking week?
Yeah, like,
Like,
you can't. Like, they got lucky one year. You ain't getting lucky again. What are
bro,
you gonna do it every 7 years? You just fucking do it. Like, what? The fuck out of here, bro. Day one sucked. It's a horrible idea. Whoever came up with it, Vince, should never return to pen and paper. Man, that was a
yeah,
horrible pay-per-view idea, man. Just start the year off with the Rumble. That's the perfect
honestly,
start to the year.
honestly.
That was the whole point of the Rumble. You start off the year with like a boom, and you just did a random side pay-per-view. That
According
didn't make sense, man.
according to a new report, WWE has canceled their next edition of its Day One premium live event, and there is no plans to replace it. WrestleNomics broke the news of the cancellation and noted that the event, which should be taking place, will not be rescheduled nor rebranded. Now, with that, it looks like the this means that there isn't a pay-per-view scheduled between Survivor Series War Games on November 26th and Royal Rumble January 28th.
Thank
So we
fucking
are
God.
going to have nothing in between those, and that is wonderful. No
That's
gimmick
beautiful.
pay-per-view, no TLC, no fucking backlash, nothing.
Thank fucking God, man. I am so thankful. I hate that period of that random off beat pay-per-view. Those are always like the most forgettable of the year, bruh. So, literally, bruh, just thank God. Don't ever think about doing something like that again, bruh.
Yeah, absolutely, man. So, and then the last piece of news we got to go over with you guys is actually a rumor. It's a rumored list that's been going around. So take nothing here,
Take it all with a grain of salt.
100%. Yeah, don't take none of this factual. But this image has gone around social media and it has gained a lot of traction. And this is the rumored premium live events scheduled for next year. Word is that Triple H is trying to do more international shows and less gimmick events like Hell in a Cell, Extreme Rules, TLC, and etc. So I'm about to show you guys this image. So this is the rumored pay-per-view card for next year, man. And interesting.
I think I don't think there's going to be an evolution to this year, Logan, but I could definitely see them doing that again under Triple H. And under Triple H, I don't think I would mind it, but not this year. You don't need it this year. If anything, just do it next year.
So
But I think they will do an evolution too.
yeah, I think some of them are interesting.
Yeah,
So
I think.
we start this off with the Royal Rumble, obviously. What do you know? That's staying.
Wow. Look at that.
So Royal Rumble staying. Elimination Chamber. Honestly, yeah, we have 2 gimmick shows on here. Unless would the Royal Rumble count as a gimmick show? No, because people actually like the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, in a technical sense, yeah, but it's the gimmick show that makes the most sense.
Yeah.
That's kind of the whole point of its creation is to be the gimmick. And on Royal Rumbles, there's usually always good, normal matches too. So it technically is, but no one actually counts it as one because it's good.
Definitely here. Let me keep this image up so you guys can see
Yeah.
us. Okay, there we go. Similar to how we do our pay-per-view stuff. So
Yeah, plus I'll be able to look at it too.
so yeah, man, just so you guys can still see us. So Royal Rumble stays, the next one, it looks one of my favorite pay-per-view, definitely my favorite gimmick match when done right, the Elimination Chamber. I wish we can, and I hope we will, go back to calling this pay-per-view No Way Out. Or even if you don't want to call it No Way Out, there's a couple other cool names out there. I mean, they used to have a pay-per-view called Armageddon. You couldn't do this anymore, but there was a pay-per-view called Judgment Day. But now I just think of those fucking weirdos. But No Way Out, I would like that to go back to being called No Way Out. Obviously we have WrestleMania, and the next one is a very interesting one, and one that makes a lot of sense. Is King of the Ring.
Yeah.
King of the Ring, man. I would like if maybe you put Money in the Bank at on Mania, how they used to, and then do King of the Ring, kind of in the middle there, and then whoever wins King of the Ring gets a world title shot at SummerSlam. So I really like that, but I love the King of the Ring concept. I think it's just a perfect concept, especially being 2 pay-per-views away from SummerSlam. I think it would really be perfect. Just whoever wins that, you give them a nice 2-month build with the world champion to SummerSlam. So I think that could be really cool. And Yeah, but that one kind of shocked me a little bit, man. But
Yeah,
obviously it's just a rumor now. But if that does get confirmed, I will be very happy.
exactly, bro. Exactly. It's a good system, man. Although, like, so I think I would prefer Money in the Bank just to be a match on Mania or just an other pay per view. I don't mind it as a pay per view,
Me
but
neither.
the UK pay per view I think is a good thing they should do yearly. That's one you kind of move around, which is nice. And at least if you're doing it, bro, but you could put anything in that spot like Armageddon or like Logan saying like a Bad Blood or something. Just that could be your like normal pay per view spot.
So here's the interesting thing. So if you do King of the Ring, is that
Mm-hmm.
going to be an all men's pay per view? Is that going to be a pay per view where you just do a whole tournament in one night? I think that'd be really cool. So
I think
if you
that's
have an all
actually.
men's, why not do Evolution at all women's pay per view? So
Mm-hmm.
that could be a cool
It does
that could be a
make
cool
sense.
concept. Because but then again, we don't know. I don't know if Triple H is gonna do it because I wasn't really the biggest fan of it. I'm sure it could be great under Triple H, but like a Queen's
Mhm.
Crown tournament. But
Or you could just run it all along the side of King of the Ring,
mm,
and just during the pay per view you could have a men's match, the women's next match, and you could just keep flipping flopping until the last two matches, and then the king and queen are crowned. And you could even crown them together if you want. Even though I'd probably keep it separate just for the moment. But
right,
you could do that, man. Or like you said, you can make Evolution its own little thing if King of the Ring is just for men. You know what I mean?
I would
But
like that because I think
it would
if you were
flow
to just
better.
do the all men's, I think it would obviously be a very focused show, being that you're
Mm-hmm.
focusing on one tournament the whole night, and I think it could really get somebody over, especially
So
somebody making that underdog run, down the stretch of the tournament. I think could be really cool, and
what
yeah,
the
mhm,
Gauntlet match did to Seth that year, that could be what that pay per view does to whoever wins it that every year,
somebody, yeah,
or
definitely,
another Iron Man too. Because with a King of the Ring, you could do something like you do with the Royal Rumble, where you also have Iron Man. Maybe the dude that's going through the whole tournament isn't the winner, but he looks good because he got through most of it. You know what I
yep,
mean? But one of
yep.
the end guys won it. You know what I mean? You could really do some cool stuff with that.
Definitely, definitely. You really, really could. So, King of the Ring, I like returning, man, and then we move on to Money in the Bank. I don't like, yeah, I don't really mind Money in the Bank as like a
Yeah,
gimmick pay per view because they do have like two ladder matches now, so you know
it
it would
makes sense.
it might be a little too much to put on like a Mania card, but then again, now you do have two nights of Mania, so you could just open each night with a ladder match,
That's
which everybody loves. But Money in the Bank, I don't really mind. I don't mind at all that they're keeping it. If this goes anything, if, I don't know. They could put it in either. I don't know if SummerSlam is gonna stay in July or continue to be in August. I would actually like it at the end of July. I
fine.
like the end of July a lot more actually than the end of
Same,
August.
because actually in summer.
Yeah. Um. So obviously that's a mainstay. A yearly UK show I love.
I
Vince
love
McMahon gave the UK audience little to
nothing
nothing. He
for
gave them
decades.
like one Raw a year, and that was
Hmm.
it. Like, dude, can you give these fucking people something, man? Like, dude, Bell, you guys are, man, you guys are some of the
Start
most entertaining fans to watch on television, bro, and they give you guys little to
no,
nothing.
nothing, and they have all
So,
the availability to go over there to the UK.
100%, 100%, and they just never do. So, obviously, I don't think it'll be called Clash at the Castle because
No,
Triple H talked about this on the media scrum, but, Wales has castles, but not a lot of other places do, is what he said.
hmm
So, they would have to be very selective on where they bring that specific show. But, here you have you just have a UK pay-per-view, man. So whatever they call it, it could be an already made-up name, or it could be something completely new. Regardless, I absolutely love that concept. I think it's great. And then Evolution, I would only be down for an Evolution if King of the Ring was like an all-men's pay-per-view, because
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, Evolution was good. Evolution was good. They picked a dog shit main event for the show, but from what I remember the Becky and Charlotte was good, and then I think there was like Toni Storm versus like Io or Rhea Ripley or Io Shirai on that show. There was some good stuff on that show, and I think under Triple H it could be even better.
Really good. Exactly.
And I think that's also another great way to kind of lure Sasha Banks back into the company. So
that is perfect. So I can see them doing that just to lure people back in.
Yeah, and like I said, I mean, if you give King of the Ring to just all men's just to do the tournament in one night, which is I'm throwing my name in that hat. I would love that. Just do the whole tournament, do all 8 matches in one night. Everything can get time. You know, I mean, it would be great. Or, my God, if you wanted to do a 16-man tournament, dude, you do that fucking tournament in 2 nights. Ooh, that'll be fire, bro. That'll literally be WWE's G1 Climax. So it would be great. It would be great. And if they do that for the men's, it only makes sense to give the women a yearly Evolution show. So I think it would be great. And then ending the show in War, Bedlam. I think that's obviously, there's no better way to end the year than that, man. So War Games.
And with proper brand split, a proper brand split engaged, that could be a good way to end the year with just chaos between the 2 shows.
Absolutely.
Because NXT ain't bad, but you don't need to get involved in the Survivor Series for the next couple of years.
Not till it gets better.
Exactly.
Yeah. Because eventually, Tony D'Angelo and Carmelo Hayes and Joe Gacy are all going to be called up. So then who the fuck are you going to have down there? Cameron Grimes will be called up. So it's like, you know, what now? Yeah.
Exactly. Who the fuck you going to have?
You're going to have to fucking bring back Draco Anthony and shit.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, I mean, eventually all those guys are going to be called up and they're just going to be on the main roster. So just save it for the main roster, man, at this point.
Exactly.
But this concept is now that we've actually broke it down, I actually really fuck with this concept, to be honest. It's just a rumor. Nothing's been confirmed. I know you see letters down at the end. I know you can't read them since I shrunk it, but it does say card subject to change. So there's that. And like I said, this is just nothing but rumor. So this is just what's going around the IWC right now, and I figured it was really interesting, and I thought it would be great to go over it with you guys and kind of give you guys our deep analysis as well as hear yours as well. So I really fuck with this, man. I really fuck with this, and I do not fuck with Quincy Elliott, but I fuck with this pay-per-view lineup.
Quincy Elliott in the War Games.
Yeah. I do really mess with this concept though, man. Now that I'm talking about it, like I said, man, I really mess with the all men's King of the Ring and do the tournament in one night. I think that concept could be really cool and get a lot of people over with the audience, man. Just through running through the whole tournament, when your back's against the wall, man, that shit could tell some really good stories. And yeah, like I said, you don't want to put anything else on that kind of show, and you don't just want to hold that show just to put the finals on there. Like, no, bruh. Do the whole show. Have the 2 guys that are in the finals just be tired as shit by the end of it. And just have them run through that tournament, man. Those guys will be so tired, and it'll be great, bro. It'll be great. They could really be selling the hell out of that. I think it'll be awesome.
Exactly, man.
Yeah, man. But then as for Evolution, like I said, I mean, it is what it is. I think it'd be great under Triple H, but you know, if you give it to the men's, obviously, just give the women one too. Let them tell their stories, man. So yeah, I think it would be great, man. But I really mess with this concept, and like I said, also the winner of that King of the Ring, who could be some guy who's freshly over his shit, is just from running through that whole tournament, like we used to see with the gauntlet matches. That was the kickstart to Seth Rollins' 2018 run. You have that guy who's hotter than he's ever been. Now he gets a earned world championship shot, and I love that.
Exactly.
Against Gade. Yeah, man, but that is the proposed, or up until this point rumored, pay-per-view card for WWE in 2023 under Triple H, man. So if these are his concepts, and if this really is what it's gonna be, I'm assuming within the next couple months we do get the full pay-per-view lineup for the next year. But regardless, man, if that is it, I think that's great. And obviously, like I said, man, I went into how I would do things and
definitely
where I like things and stuff like that, as did Sir K, man. So I really mess with it though. Overall, I think that's a great outlook that he has on it.
Exactly, bro. Exactly.
Yeah, man. So yeah, that's everything for the week, man. That is everything for the week of wrestling. And yeah, man. So with that, you guys, let me see what you guys are saying real quick before we get out of here. Dave Meltzer said King of the Ring would both have King of the Ring and Queen Crowns tournament. I would actually do what Bell says. They could do Queen of the Ring at Evolution if they're gonna do that pay-per-view. Yeah, that's I would prefer that too. Yeah. I think that would be really cool, man. I think that would be really cool. 8 matches, well, more than 8 matches, but you know, the 8 matches that start and just run through the whole, man, that would be great. That would really be great. So yeah, man. Yeah, so that is going to do it. Bell says I need to go to a UK pay-per-view. Have you never been? Have you never been to one? Oh man.
Shit. Right.
If you've never been to one, man, me and Sir K might have to expand our brand. We might have to come down. We might have to come down to the UK, man. Damn, that's crazy. Yeah, man, but yes, please let me know if you've ever been, because I'm very interested to know. Or if you have been, which one. But yeah, man, if you haven't been to one, you might be seeing the Notorious Brits, right? Down there in the UK. In the UK, man. So with that, that is all the news and rumors that we have for the week, man. So
That ain't going nowhere.
That is all the news and rumors for the week, man. So with that, that is going to do it, man. Thank you guys, Bell, Logan, and everybody else in chat, and everybody else who's watching after we're off the air, man. So thank you guys. Thank you guys for watching. She says, no, I couldn't afford Clash this year, and I didn't care for it until Triple H took over. Fair enough.
I feel for you. That makes sense.
Fair enough. I wouldn't go to one of them Vince McMahon shows either, because the show he was going to give you guys for Clash at the Castle, I can only imagine. Walter and Sheamus probably would have got like 5 minutes on the pre-show. Ugh, it would have been horrible. But yeah, man, like I said, thank you guys for coming and hanging out with us, talking some wrestling, man. So we appreciate you guys. We love you guys, man. So yes, thank you guys for always supporting us, man. And yes,
thank you guys. Thank you guys for sitting through this technical difficulty shit.
Yes, we apologize for that, man. But regardless, Yes, thank you guys again. Love you guys. Thank you guys for always working with us and dealing with us through some technical difficulties and whatnot. You guys are truly the best. And yes, thank you guys for always supporting us. And this shit's about to get a
Thank
whole
you,
lot
guys.
better soon, man. So
Truly.
yeah, man, only up from here. And you guys are all coming with us, man. So with that, yes, that is going to do it for this edition of the Notorious Hills podcast. This has been episode 132 of the news. And with that, yeah, man, thank you guys. Notorious Hills podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, please like, comment, and subscribe. And we will see you guys on Monday with Notorious Unscripted.
Peace.
Yeah.